welcome to the first ever edition of the JB Show with your host, JB. Today we're going to be talking about EndGame, and I'm with my good friend Alex Orlandi of CouchHard Studios.
Hi.
We have a lot to talk about. You are a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah.
And you have seen EndGame how many times?
So far, I saw it twice in one day.
How many more times you can go see it?
I'd like to go once or twice more. I wouldn't mind. The only reason it's only once or twice more is because it's 3 hours long.
Right.
So you need the time. You actually have to put time aside for this one.
Yeah.
And then plus in my area, we have half an hour. No, it's like my area has like 25 minutes of trailers.
Right.
So it's
yeah,
literally
so
like
mine.
3.5 hours you have to put aside, at least.
Yeah.
Not counting driving time and all the rest of it. So.
Okay, well,
Anyway.
let's start with the
movie.
rating out of 10, because you're a big out of 10 guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people say I am. I don't know. I would say I've been thinking about it for a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Like entertainment value, that was amazing. That's cracking your neck. I hope the mic caught that. No, I would say I love Robert Downey. I love Captain America. These, those are the two characters. I love Hulk. I don't like what happened in regards to that character or how they handled it, but whatever. This is the original team. I love that. The whole reason I love these films are those two characters, is Captain America and Iron Man, and I think just in general, like the entertainment value is there. Regardless of the flaws, I basically could walk it off for the most part, because the parts that are good are great. It reminded me of Back to the Future, you know what I mean, with the time travel. It reminded me, like it takes from the greats. They even mention, Terminator, Star Trek, all of those, right? Like, it's very cool. Time travel is always very cool. So yeah, the short answer of that is this is a weird one. It almost makes me feel like remember when Captain Civil War came out?
Yes.
I was very like how I am right now, because that is my favorite Marvel film, Civil War, right? Marvel Studios film, excuse me. But there was one scene in there that really, really pissed me off.
In Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am feeling similar emotions now. This is huge. This is a huge film. There's so many emotions you go through because you've been watching these guys for 10 years. You know what I mean? So it's a very complex, like, people are just going to say, it's a masterpiece, it's perfect. Don't come to my fucking office looking for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless it's like John Wick. Because that's an action masterpiece. Yeah. And I'll put that there. I'll say action masterpiece. Right? There's nothing wrong with it, honestly. There's nothing wrong with it.
With John Wick.
Yeah, that's right.
Both
John
of them?
Wick. Oh, yeah. The fucking best. Okay. John Wick 2 is even better.
Yeah.
Picture. It's literally the first one times 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is the rules for sequel, everybody, if you didn't know.
First times 2.
So, we're watching Infinity War on the screen to get our brain juices going.
Yeah, to remember that.
There's Robert Downey. He's gorgeous. What a gorgeous man. God damn. Anyway, I have to give it an 8.
An 8?
Now, throughout this episode, you're gonna be like, wow, this review does not sound like it's an 8. There will be moments.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
But it's an 8. For me.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So I think we should make this announcement that if you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie and then come back and listen to this, because there are going to be tons of
review,
this is going to be a huge spoiler review. You can't do a review of this movie and not spoil. Like, you have to. Like, there's scenes that are just going to be spoiled.
Yeah, no. There's the directors asked, in a very professional manner on all social media platforms and everything to just not spoil the movie. And I respect them for that. Yeah. So, it's all good.
But we're saying we're going to spoil it. We're giving you the heads up before we start.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's a couple things I wanted to bring up that I know you might not approve of. The use of Thor and Hulk in the first for Thor in the first hour or so. and Hulk just the entire movie.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you don't
nailed it on the head, dude. That the biggest grievance I walked out of Infinity War with, and get Endgame with, was how they used the Hulk. He's like nothing. He's okay, guys. Okay, I'm trying to be professional here. He's not angry anymore. Okay, in the first Infinity War, guys. Okay, sorry, first Infinity War. Okay. They played off the Hulk or Bruce Banner as having. They played it off like erectile dysfunction. Can I say that?
Sure.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
I have a thing, guys. I have a thing. That's what he was saying. And they were playing it off as, I can't get it up. Yeah. I can't get the Hulk out. You understand? That was goddamn ridiculous. That was straight up ridiculous to me. Because we're here. Imagine Infinity War, these scenes. Like, we saw him at the beginning, fight Thanos one-on-one. But all those opportunities for seeing the Hulk in action... hulking out, which means angry and destroying people and things. Yeah. The enemy. Destroying the enemy. Or at least contributing in some way. They threw that away in Infinity War. And that was my biggest grievance walking out. Okay? I go into Endgame. I'm like, for sure. Okay, they're saving him. Okay, that's what everybody told me. Every Marvel fan I know told me that. The biased ones, where they don't see flaws and they just see masterpieces.
Well, no, I would have said the same thing. I think they would save him. Like that. My first initial thought was, they're gonna save him, like save his character
for something big.
For something big, not
Okay.
Not like what happened in the movie.
That was fair. The opinion. Okay, they're saving him. I'm like, okay, but now as long as I get him in Endgame, right? Yeah. Now they were setting me up, right? I was like, they better have the Hulk. I'm talking about the real Hulk. Not what happened, guys. This actually happened, Al, in the comics.
Yeah.
He was able to stay green and be intelligent. You know what I mean? So, guys, he's basically the Hulk the whole movie, but with Bruce's brain. Right?
Right.
He calls it the best of both worlds. I call it bullshit.
It's called Professor Hulk.
Oh, is it? Did you research it?
Yeah, it's called Professor Hulk.
But let me ask you this. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Professor Hulk, he's still hulked out.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Like, it didn't look... I see he was as big. Like, you saw it in
the
Endgame.
Size.
Like, the size difference.
Yeah.
There was a size difference.
Like, what was that?
I don't know.
He was like he almost looked like Lou Ferrigno. I'm like, the Hulk... Now, God bless Lou Ferrigno. He still looks great. Jesus, he's huge.
Yeah.
6'5". He's a monster. But this is a digital special effect we're dealing with here. He should be huge. Huge. But in every movie, he actually gets smaller. If you look throughout the years, like from, I'm not counting Ang Lee's Hulk with Eric Bana. I'm counting from Edward Norton's. Yeah. From Louis Leterrier's. Incredible Hulk.
The one in 2008.
In 2008. That's what I'm talking about in terms of the sizing, in terms of the emotional core of the character. Like, guys, we're talking about time travel here. We actually see the Hulk from 2019 go back to 2012, look at himself in the street, destroying stuff. He actually says he's just a comedic punchline. Yeah. And he says, well, it's a little gratuitous. And they tell him to go break stuff. Yeah. And he's just pretending. Like he's... and they made him a punchline. And everybody in the theater is cackling like a bunch of hyenas. Yeah. They love it. I'm like, guys. And apparently I'm not the only one who feels this way, so I'm happy. I'm like, guys, he's supposed to be angry. He's supposed to be powerful, not this joke. So, yes, I felt that about both Infinity War and Endgame. And this just put the nail in the coffin. I'm like, he didn't even physically contribute to the battle. Right. You know what I'm saying? At all. So
realistically, that's the last time we're probably going to see Hulk, right?
Yes. Unless it's what they did in the comics where they have an Asian Hulk, they have a this Hulk, they have a this Hulk. They have a She-Hulk, which would be cool to see.
But it's probably going to be the last time.
Yes, for Bruce Banner?
Yeah.
Yes.
Last time we'll see Mark Ruffalo
yes.
playing the Hulk.
Now, don't ask Keith Action about that, because he can't stand Mark Ruffalo. I'm on
Really?
that team, too. And I'm, like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Oh, look, it's Spider-Man.
Favorite character?
Yeah, he has more... Well, actually, I didn't mind him in Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Okay.
That's my favorite appearance of him. Let's just put it that way.
Well, he's only had 3 appearances. 4.
I know, isn't that...
Four.
That's the joke, Al.
Okay, so let's move on to Thor then. I just thought it was very poorly. He was very poorly used. Just from the start. Like, even it wasn't until like he magically fixed his hair and beard when he zapped the lightning, everything's fixed. I thought that was a little weird, but just literally up until that point, it was like, what's he in this movie for? I feel like it could have been done a little bit better. Like, I think he should have been angry. He shouldn't have been all upset. Like, he should have been mad. Like, I want to see him...
Real emotion.
Yeah, like, the entire movie, I want to see him like he was in Infinity War. When he came to Wakanda and he just slayed everyone.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'd want to see.
That was fantastic, that scene.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to see for an entire 3 hours.
Oh, that'd be great.
But that's not what they gave us.
Now, look, you're right. Look, because I understand that they're trying to show the fallout, the emotional fallout of what happened in Infinity War.
Right.
But, again, they just have this thing. Now, dude, people reinforce it. People want that. Like, that's, like, this Marvel formula that has caused me to retire from these Marvel Studios movies. I said, after Endgame, I'm done.
Okay.
This formula that is just keeps working. I mean, how much money did this thing make?
Opening weekend, it made $1.2 billion. With a B.
Yeah, a B.
With a B.
Just in case the mics didn't pick it up. It works.
Yeah.
And that's what people want. We're in the minority. You know what I mean? Now, I'm glad I'm not alone, because I thought I'd just be alone with feeling the Hulk and the Thor. But I'm hearing this from at least 10, 15 people that I've spoken to. So that's better than usual. Usually it's just me just having an aneurysm in the room, and everybody else is like, oh, it's a great movie. It's a good movie.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I like good movies.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Masterpiece, man. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway. No, yeah, he was almost arguably more than the Hulk. Thor was a bigger joke, I think. It was more like a joke on the head, because he's fat. You know what I mean? Oh, what's he doing over there? I think he's dead. You know, stuff like that. Like, even the whole thing about his story about ether, or the aether, the stone.
Yeah.
It was a big joke.
Yeah,
I understand about a fallout from an emotional reaction from Infinity War, but this is just literally fishing for laughs.
Right.
A guy the other day, dude, a fan told me, what's wrong with laughing, Al? I'm like, dude, sometimes it's like, there's nothing wrong with laughing, but this is an action movie. This is a superhero movie. There's real emotions here. People were lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's like they're afraid to get too dark, a.k.a. BVS, Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
They're afraid of backlash, dude. They're shitting their pants already. Me and you have spoken about this many times. Marvel just... That's why they bought X-Men. That's why they bought Fantastic Four. They had to, because they knew they had nothing.
Yeah.
Or didn't have much. They're very greedy that way. You know what I mean? They have to have at least 5 to 10 pictures in their back pocket that they know is going to make money. That's how it functions, dude. It's a business, like you said.
No, yeah, obviously. So. And I just thought there's only certain characters who should be making jokes in the Marvel universe. Like, if you think about it, a lot of them are very serious people, character-wise, right? But there's certain people who can make a sarcastic joke. Like Iron Man, like Tony Stark, makes a sarcastic joke whenever he wants.
Yeah, but Robert Downey can do it in the middle of tearing, almost. He can make it work. He's special.
Right.
That character is special, but he's special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just throw anybody and expect them to make that work.
No,
Robert Downey's, dude, he should have already had an Academy Award. Because he was nominated for Chappie many years ago. But he's going to get that award one day, dude. He's gonna, okay? Because he deserves it, like, tenfold. You know? But anyway.
There was something you said that I wanted to bring up
Go ahead.
earlier. Something about emotional. Something, the movie being emotional.
Yes.
And I thought it was...
For the audience or for the characters?
No, for the characters.
Oh, for the characters.
Because we were talking about Thor.
Mhm.
I thought the first... I didn't time it, but I guess the first hour of this movie was very opposite of what I expected from
Right.
an emotional standpoint. Like, it was all very, like... it felt really happy. I don't know if you felt the same thing.
Absolutely, it did.
It felt too happy for something that happened. And it wasn't until they skipped, I think it was 5 years later,
Mhm.
where you could really feel it.
Yes.
Where you could really feel like
Mhm.
this just happened.
Yeah.
That's what concerned me. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I went in expecting it.
I did too. Like, I wasn't surprised. It's just like
They can't
it's
go
not
too,
what I wanted.
Disney and Marvel Studios are afraid to go too dark, dude. AKA the airport scene in Civil War.
Yeah.
That should have been a heart-aching, emotionally dark and heavy scene. Not what it was.
No, it wasn't too bad. Like, I just rewatched Civil War.
It was light, dude. That should have been the darkest moment, or one of the darkest. Underneath
Yeah.
the final battle with Iron Man and Captain America and the Winter Soldier, great. Oh my god, so heavy, so dark, you know? But they have this threshold. Marvel Studios has this threshold, this line in the sand that they can't cross. Because they know people might be, oh, it's too dark.
No,
oh
but-
my god.
But they did it for
You
2
know?
hours. The rest of the movie was pretty dark for the most part until the end. That movie was a very
But
that was
what are you
dark
telling
movie.
me then? Wouldn't
I'm saying I'd
wouldn't
rather
you
watch.
appreciate more some fucking movie with a more consistent tone.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's all
I'm
you're
saying I'd rather see
So we're
3
agreeing,
hours.
basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you're in CouchHard Studios right now because that's exactly what me and Eric do. We argue, and then it's literally the same point.
Right, like I'd rather see
agree
3
with
hours.
each other.
I'd rather see 3 hours of darkness.
Yeah.
It didn't even need to be that dark. Like, I didn't think it was the darkest thing I've ever seen.
No.
It was a very emotional movie.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the darkest thing.
No,
you've
it was
seen, but,
no.
But it is what it is. They lost a lot of people. They lost, dude. They lost in Infinity War.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not feel a little bit of that? You know? That's me though. I like intense dark stuff, especially seeing my heroes put through the ringer and then come out on top. You know what I mean? Like, or even what happened at the end. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, spoilers. Like,
that was dark.
when Robert Downey was done. When
Yeah.
Iron Man was done, I was like, wow. I was emotional. First time I saw it. Second time I was very late. I think that had part of it to do it. But I was teary, dude. I was like, man, you know, he's so great, you know, and it was very sad. But I like that. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. It's an end of an era, essentially.
Yeah.
And it was a good way that I was worried when I watched the first hour that it was going to be like this for the entire movie. I'm like, I don't think I can last it. Like, I just didn't think I could last 3 hours of this. Like, this is just not how the movie ended. It's not how Infinity War ended, and it's not how Endgame should have started.
Yeah.
That was my
Very
biggest
interesting.
concern.
Yeah, very interesting. That was the first text message you sent.
Yeah, I'm like, this is
The first hour was
the first hour was
Little off.
was unbelievable. There was a couple things else I wanted to go over. I wanted to see what you thought of the ending where Captain America gave his shield to
horse shit.
But so this is what
It does happen in the comics. I understand.
Yeah.
Dude, their relationship, I'm a motion picture guy.
Yeah.
Okay? The relationship between Bucky and fucking Steve Rogers is way more important and longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
it's
just
deeper. It's deeper
than him and Falcon.
So here's what I said.
No sense to me, and it pissed me off.
Here's what I said after the movie. Here's what I said right after the movie. I said this is what needs to happen. They need to not go forward with that. They cannot go forward with it. It has nothing to do with the two characters. It has everything to do with what they've already built up with Steve Rogers, with Chris Evans as Captain America. They're gonna have to start from scratch with Falcon.
Do you understand that fucking the Winter Soldier is a super soldier, just like
Yeah,
Captain
no,
America?
Falcon's no.
Nothing.
Listen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they should not even continue with that. Like he should not use that shield. That shield, they're gonna build a new Avengers base. This is just realistic.
You know what's happening
this goes
with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah, they have their own show. Yeah.
Now another fan, Keith Action's brother, Max Action. He said, no, man, just because they're in the shows now, because Vision and Scarlet Witch are doing something, Loki's doing something, Winter Soldier and Falcon's doing something, you know what I mean? They're doing these shows on that new streaming service.
Yes.
I can't remember what the hell
Disney
it's called.
Plus.
Disney
Plus.
Yeah. Now, he's like, yeah, it can go in and out of motion pictures. It doesn't just end with, with the shows. They can come into the movies. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. So I guess I'm hoping, to add what you were saying, I'm hoping they just kind of, he has the shield for a bit, but then Bucky gets it. You know what I mean? Bucky should be Captain America, man. I just...
honestly, I think neither of them should be.
I always wanted Bucky. Actually, I always wanted more of Sebastian Stan. Mm-hmm. So I kind of have a bias. I wanted to see more of him on screen already from every movie he's been in. You know what I'm saying? The most he's gotten was Winter Soldier. I guess because he's in the fucking title. Yeah. But every other movie, he only gets a couple minutes. You know what I mean? There's nothing. You don't use that depth of the actor and of the character. There's so much depth to that character.
Well, I thought he was in quite a bit of Civil War. Mm-hmm. Right, that movie that was a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. You understand in the story that was kind of Spider-Man, right? That character, Spider-Man was dividing Captain America and Iron Man in the comics, so they kind of used Bucky instead as the main thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that. The other thing I want to bring up before we go onto a huge review is Loki.
Yeah.
I think he's alive.
Of course.
Right, because they messed with time.
Yeah.
And they screwed up 2012. Right.
Well,
right
not
after 20, they screwed
up.
Well, no, they Loki was able.
That open.
Right, they kind of left it open.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how. Well, obviously we knew Loki was gonna have his own show, right? Like that was kind of predetermined. So something was gonna happen. Yeah. It was just a matter of what was gonna happen.
Nothing's an accident in this fucking universe here.
So you think he's alive?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna have his own show.
Yeah, it could be a prequel.
Should we like not talk about that?
What?
Well, I was just thinking how, guys, just type it up. Don't you think it would be a little more interesting for us as fans if we don't know the next fucking 10 years?
Oh yeah,
what's coming out?
I guess we could talk about
the release schedule of everything. You see how I keep saying, well, yeah, of course he's alive. He has his show.
Yeah.
Like that's dumb. You know what I mean? It takes excitement away.
Yeah.
But how can they not tell us that they're gonna have a Loki show?
Yeah,
how can they not? They can't help themselves.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I think it's more. It's not that they want us to know. It's more of like they need us to know.
Yes.
Right. It's like a business. It's a business decision. Yep. I think because if they were smart, they wouldn't have told us Spider-Man was going to have his own movie. They were going to tell us that Black Widow was going to have her own movie. They wouldn't have told us that they were starting these
Black
3
Widow's
shows.
A prequel, so she is.
I guess
she is dead.
Actually, she is dead. You know that one is a bad example.
She's
but
dead.
But yeah, like they should not just tell.
That was a cool scene, eh?
That was. It was a little emotional too.
Yeah, but that's what we need.
That was an emotional movie.
Heroes are dying, dude. They're sacrificing themselves to get it done. That is what superheroes, I guess, not all the time. Obviously, some grow old. Anyway.
I don't know if you caught this. A little Easter egg.
John Easter egg.
When they had the at Tony Stark's funeral. Yeah. Spoiler: he dies.
Yeah, again. Second time in this
oh my
thing.
God!
Second time in this thing we've mentioned that.
They put the thing in the lake. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, the flowers.
Did you see who was in the area? Did you notice anyone that you didn't recognize?
I think I did.
Right, there was one person
Yeah.
that you didn't
That
recognize.
I was like,
It was
who
a
the
kid.
fuck
It
is
was
this?
a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who that
fuck
kid
is that?
Remember Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Remember when his suit just completely powers down, he gets left in the city,
Yes.
meets a kid.
That's
That's
him?
the kid.
No way.
Yes, that's the kid.
Oh, cool.
That's the kid.
Pretty cool.
I'm like, when I watched it, I'm like, who the hell is this? And then
Yeah.
I watched some video on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, it was that kid. I'm like, wow.
Huh. All right.
I'm like-
Yeah, I was wondering who the hell that was.
I'm like, I knew everyone there except
Yeah.
that kid.
Yeah.
So I need to find out who it was. Last thing.
Uh-huh.
This is the last thing, I promise. You
This is
told
fun,
me
man. It's all good.
you told me before I went to go see this movie that there were potentially two separate cuts
I
of
did.
the movie, right? There was more Captain Marvel and less
Yes,
Captain
that's what I
Marvel.
heard, yeah.
That's what you heard.
And that's what many people on Instagram and other things heard.
Now, what version
reported.
was this movie?
I
in
think
your
this is
opinion?
the one with less Captain Marvel.
Right.
There was two of them, guys, that I heard of. One with more and one with less.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking too.
Now, they had every reason to do the one with more. But you know what? I think this is a tip to the hat for the Russo brothers. Because if this was the studio's decision, they would have done the one with more. Honestly. They would have done the one with more. Now, if I ever find out, or whatever, dude, you don't even know. What's being told to us could be a complete lie. Did I ever tell you about the history of BVS and Justice League and them firing him and them saying he left because of his daughter's suicide and all this crap? You don't know what's true or what's not. Anyway, it always comes to how people hate BVS for me. And then I start arguing for like 3 hours. Just with on my lonesome here.
Yeah.
Just yakking on. Anyway, so, but I think I'm tipping my hat to the Russo brothers here because this is a send-off for the original cast. That's what this movie is. It wasn't supposed to be the new guys taking over. That's not what it was. Clearly, they came back at the end. At the very, very end. After all of the original team had some good one-on-one time with Thanos.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking right. They did it in an awesome fashion. That was what it calls for. You know what I mean? So I was really happy about that. Nothing against Captain Marvel. Now, I haven't seen Captain Marvel solo film.
Yeah.
For reasons that shall be known later. But I just wasn't interested, to keep it very, very, very brief. Now, what I saw of her on screen, I know it's arguably very little, but I'm not really that enthralled. I think every other character, even with a little screen time, has contributed something, and I didn't see much there, dude. You know what I mean? So now, again, it's arguably not even 10 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
So whatever, I'm gonna leave that there. But I think maybe they should have. I don't know if that's just her interpretation, right, or if it's just the way they used her. You can use 10 minutes of screen time, dude. But again, maybe she just wasn't the focus, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think she was the focus.
End of story. That's it. Her attitude was a little meh. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody else is like a team player, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill Thanos.
Well, I mean, like
all right.
when you're alone for like 30 years, like I think if you think about it from her aspect,
you've seen the thing, right?
Right.
So it's like,
from look as a whole aspect, it seems like it kind of makes sense why her attitude is like that. Like deep down, it kind of makes sense, right? Because it's not like
she
she's
just
been
met
working.
them.
Yeah,
So-
like she doesn't work in a team.
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Okay.
So I can understand why.
So we're gonna see her grow, is what you're saying. Hopefully.
Yes, that's what I think they should do, but I don't know if they will do that.
Well,
What I want and what actually happens are two very different things. So we've scored this movie an 8 out of 10.
no, you agree with that?
I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
I can't see any reason for it being higher just because of that first hour.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. 8 out of 10 is still good.
Yeah, it's
but
great.
people will freak. Type it up if you're freaking out right now that we're crazy and that we're not giving it enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to see through the emotions. You got to see through all of that stuff and look at the product.
Yeah.
Look at if it. You know what I mean? The way they handled Thor and Hulk, garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Now, does that make the movie garbage?
No.
For my buddy Captain Freedom, it will.
Really?
It will.
Has
Hulk is his favorite character, dude.
Yeah, I guess. I can understand. If it's
He
your favorite
doesn't appreciate,
character.
you know how you were talking about consistent tone?
Yeah.
And just the way to handle characters, right? That's what we're talking about. It ruins the movie for him. And I understand why. I do. I'm not going to say I don't. Right? Everybody feels differently and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Clint Eastwood. But I think 8 out of 10 is fair. Considering the great moments and considering the flaws that it actually has. Because you're not going to hear much about that. I don't think. So, because of the intense emotion that people are feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to see what it is. But I'm also, I was entertained. I was entertained. You know?
Okay, good.
But I also prepared myself for said comedy, just flaws like that. I was already prepared for them not using Hulk. I was prepared. So,
but I see
Thor was the surprise. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I mean?
That was kind of disappointing. I won't lie.
So, after seeing him at the end like that, I thought he was gonna go, like you said, serious. You know what I mean? Freaking, but he decided to make it a goddamn joke. What do you want me to say?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
What's wrong with laughing, Al?
Nothing.
There it is.
Nothing.
There it is.
Nothing's wrong with laughing. You just can't laugh in a. I'm not looking to laugh in this type of movie.
Yeah.
Right. If it was like a Will
the
Ferrell
world
movie.
is though.
No, I understand.
When people see Marvel, Al, they almost. It's like a fucking comedy. People expect it now. It's part of the formula, dude, and I really don't appreciate it. I am good with just it being a little, just peppered. You know what I mean? That's cool. I never minded it. But it can't be punchline, 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 punchline. Story, punchline, 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 punchline. Can't do it.
Yeah. No, I understand. I agree. I don't really
That's how you would have got. That's how this movie would have got closer to 9 or 10, or a 9.5. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at a really good action movie. Let's say John Wick.
Yeah.
Let's use John Wick since it's coming out anyways. John Wick.
Okay, that's cool to bring it in. Yeah. Different species, though. Right?
No, but it's still under that general action type movie, which this kind of follows.
It should, yeah.
But I don't laugh when I watch John Wick.
See, with John Wick, it's dry humor. That's what it has going for it, and that's what it caught people off guard.
But it's a serious movie.
It's a very serious movie.
That's what
he's like this. Do you remember when he's like this? He's like this. He's like, he answers the phone.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, let's not resort to our basic instincts and handle this like civilized.
Yeah.
And he says nothing.
Right,
that's dry humor.
Yeah, but I'm talking
because the guy's worried on the other end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking like a joke. I'm talking like these jokes are in these movies.
No, there's not.
I don't want to see that.
Punchlines?
Yes, punchlines.
Now again, action movies, dude. There were plenty of one-liners. See, that's what I call them, one-liners. Like people sometimes call one-liners punchlines as well, but I use punchline as in comedic punchline, right? A one-liner is not what Marvel does. One-liners are very tough. There's a specific chemistry and a specific placement with how to get one-liners done and puns and all that stuff. You know what I mean? The stuff that everybody makes fun of now. Like for the 80s action movies, everybody makes fun of it. But I fucking love it. And I'll always love it. You know what I mean? Not for nostalgia, not for this. It's because I genuinely love that genre. And that's what that genre is. You know, now there's, but yeah, go ahead. But so what are we getting to here?
I just think that this movie, I think a comparable in emotion to this movie would have been something like John Wick. Because of
loss.
Because of loss. It's just, John Wick is just a dark movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's emotion, you can feel the emotion.
Mm-hmm. It's very intense.
I did not feel that in the first hour of this movie.
Well, you're never going to get that. If you were gonna, these were the movies, dude.
Right.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
They're quite possibly, out of the I think it's 20 movies, this was it, man. And I was already prepared because of this. I was like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to go all the way. They're going to do what they do. They're going to do what Marvel Studios does. Because they've had success with that. Why change a working formula, right? Don't fix it if it ain't broke. That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you, though. I'm just being devil's advocate.
Oh, no,
and I am the one who wanted what you want, too.
Yeah.
I wanted to be down in the dumps, dude. I wanted to feel the loss. You know what I mean? That's why, dude, I love Empire Strikes Back. I love seeing the heroes fall. And that's what makes the comeback better. You know what I mean? The sacrifice, all of that stuff that you go through. And just, yeah, obviously, in this movie even, you have loss. You have real loss. Deaths that can't be undone by time travel are in there. Right? Like Robert Downey and Scarlett Johansson. Can't be undone. You know?
Yeah.
That's what had to happen. So, I don't know.
Okay, well, there's another point I want to bring up because...
John Wick rules.
Because it wasn't as much in Endgame, but it was a lot in Infinity War. It was the Wakanda scenes.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't a lot of Wakanda scenes in Endgame.
Nope.
And you don't like Wakanda, like the visual effects wise.
We talk about Infinity War?
Yeah.
I looked at it again. It's just, dude, it's the sweater garbage really throws me off. He's actually wearing a sweater or like a stretchy kind of material, almost like a Under Armour kind of material with triangles on it. And the necklace is CGI. And it's literally awful. You can tell.
So I went back to watch it, but it kind of looks like.
But I kind of let it go now, I guess.
No, I know. But so what when he puts the helmet on, right? Mm-hmm. When the helmet nanotechnology, it's not there anymore.
No.
But when it's off, it's there. So I'm thinking maybe it's just a nanotechnology, and that expands to around his head.
The stretchy shit?
Just a theory.
The stretchy shit?
Yeah.
With the triangles on it.
Yeah. It's just a theory. Just a theory. Want to bring out there. That might change your mind. No, didn't work.
Respawn.
I guess I was
wrong. Respawn!
I guess I was wrong. Okay, I tried. It was worth a try.
That makes sense. It's like a rifle bazooka.
It looks good enough.
Or a shotgun bazooka.
Good enough. Okay, so I was wrong.
That's right.
I was wrong. It didn't work.
What
it
were we
didn't
talking
change your
about?
mind.
The nanotechnology explanation. Wow, I was blown away. Ha! Just like you were.
It was When you sent me the picture, I'm like, I see it. I finally saw it. Like I didn't notice it.
But the whole thing is a shirt.
No.
Bunched up here,
no way,
guys. It's like this.
I don't think the entire thing's a shirt.
I'm telling you, it's a shirt. Here, flash the cell phone picture. I took a cell phone picture, guys, and I sent it to this guy last week when I was watching Infinity War. I'm like, look at this beautiful Under Armour stretch out triangle sweater Black Panther is wearing when he says, "Ibombe! Ibombe!"
Okay. Yeah. No. I believe that this is a sweater. I don't think the entire thing is.
Oh, we should. You know what? It's coming up soon in like an hour and a half.
Okay.
So, we'll see it. Don't worry.
Fine. And the necklace is definitely CGI. Oh. It looks CGI. Like, it kind of just weirdly sits there.
It's like, but you can see that. Do you see how they put a shadow to make it real?
The shadow.
It literally lifts off his shirt.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
It's awful. And this has nothing to do with Black Panther per se. Guys, Black Panther's badass.
Yeah.
I love that character. Badass. There it is, in plain audio and video. Okay? Nothing wrong with the character.
No.
Love Chadwick Boseman. Love the character. Love Wakanda. Love the technology. I love all of it. But the execution? Questionable.
Yeah.
Namely,
Very
the effects. That scene at the end of Black Panther, that battle, and everybody will agree. I don't know about the masterpiece guys, but that fight scene at the end between him and Killmonger,
yeah,
who I also really enjoyed, It looks like a scene, or it's ripped out of like a computer game of Doom from 1997. It's awful. How am I the enemy here? I just demand from Marvel Studios and Disney. I demand the best. That's who I am. There is no reason on the planet for those effects to look the way they do.
No.
Anyway, that's like a whole other 10-hour episode.
That's hours. I guess that's kind of our Endgame review. Now
Yeah,
I want to look forward.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of want to look forward because Disney are known to kind of mess up the future. Star Wars.
Ooh.
Right? I want to look forward at Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
But Marvel Studios are owned by Disney, and we know what Disney do with good franchises.
Dude, but it doesn't matter what they do. Really? You think they can even screw up? Because I don't think they
No,
can.
I mean from our standpoint.
From our standpoint.
What you want to see done?
Well, they've
forward.
already shat on. They've already disrespected one of the things, or gone against one of the things I wanted to see, which was I wanted to see Bucky be Captain America.
Right.
They've already, in the last 5 minutes of Endgame, already taken that away from me.
Okay.
They managed to already end that for me. So, that's one thing I wanted to see. You know what I mean? Gone. So, or arguably gone. I guess it could be still here, but whatever. I don't know, man. I wanted to see the way they're doing Spider-Man, as you saw in our Raw Homecoming review of that.
Yes.
No, it was rough. Just the interpretation where they're going. Maybe if they make it a bit more emotional and a bit darker and a bit more grounded, that's what I want from Spider-Man.
You're asking for a lot.
I am asking for a lot.
High expectations.
A lot. I like it a lot. That was Dumb and Dumber. Go watch it.
Good movie.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That's good.
So what else do you want to see?
What do you want to see? I'm interested.
There's a lot I'd like to see. I want to see these characters be used properly. That's from a first standpoint. I guess what I want is a more I want these characters to be used properly. I think there's a lot of potential for a lot of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther have huge potential.
Huge.
Captain Marvel can have huge potential. Even though I know you've said multiple times that she's been rebranded over and over again in the comics, but
that was just what was happening. That's not my opinion.
I'm saying from now, a now standpoint, they can be used very well.
Maybe she's just really guarded. Maybe that's what they're trying to put forth.
Maybe.
But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just her performance. I don't know, because I didn't see the movie.
Right.
So again, I won't talk about it.
Hopefully
there'll be a lot of room for growth.
Yeah. I want to see them, maybe, I don't know what they do, though. That's the thing. I want to see them all come together. Right? Kind of do an Avengers thing. But I don't want it to be called Avengers.
But they are.
I know, but
it's just a generalized group, dude. Dude, they'll put X-Men, Fantastic Four, a couple of Black Panther, the leftovers, maybe even the ones in Disney Plus. That's what the comics are, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man's in there. You know what I mean? The Avengers is like a rotating door.
Yeah.
For whoever you need or for whoever's there.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a comic reader. I am a motion picture addict. That's where I see this from. That's my vision. And they own all the rights, dude. They've got all the characters. Maybe minus Hulk, because Hulk is partially owned by Universal still.
Oh.
So that's why they didn't do a Planet Hulk. They merged Planet Hulk with Thor Ragnarok. I don't know if you knew that.
I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet.
It's fucking awful.
Yeah, I know. You told me.
It's god awful.
Yeah, you told me. Do you think Deadpool will ever be in the Avengers? Just because they own the rights.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Will they keep him the same? You know what I mean? Will they use Ryan Reynolds? I don't know. I'd love to see him just do that for another 10 years, right? Yeah. Because he looks great. How old is he?
Ryan Reynolds?
It doesn't matter to me. It just matters to the suits. It matters to the suits.
I'd guess he's in his early 40s, but
right?
I could be very wrong.
He's looks great like ever since he's come into Hollywood. But anyway, I think they should use it. I don't know. I'm really interested to see if they do the whole adult platform thing. Like if they'll still make Deadpool restricted.
So here's what I've heard, like from a Disney Plus standpoint, on like adult content like that.
Like,
type
will
of thing.
Deadpool be on it?
I think it'll be on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
This is my understanding.
Disney
like,
owns Hulu?
Yeah, I believe so. This
is what Disney's doing to movie companies.
They own part of ESPN. Disney owns part of ESPN.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How am I missing this? ESPN. What do they need that for?
Nothing. They don't need it for anything. They just own part of ESPN.
Okay.
So they own everything. So Disney Plus is going to be like the Marvel Studios stuff, right? Like you'll probably see everything Marvel taken off of Netflix and be thrown onto Disney Plus.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think maybe like you'll see like Fantastic Four, X-Men, like those are a little bit more darker compared to Marvel Studios at this moment.
Oh, the ones that are not made by Marvel Studios?
Yeah.
They have a different air about them.
Yeah, right. Definitely. So I think those ones would probably go on Hulu, is my guess. That's my best guess.
Like, will you ever see a Logan from Marvel Studios?
No.
I'm going to say no right now. It's 2019, just after EndGame. And no, I don't think we're ever going to see a Logan. You know what I mean?
You know what I think?
2017 guys, like, restricted. That was a hard R rating.
You know what I think could happen, though? They'll see how well EndGame has done, right? 1.2 billion, right? And billion with a B. Yeah. And it was for a Marvel movie, it was generally dark. Like I think, and I mentioned this multiple times in the podcast, that it's a darker movie compared to whatever else they've done. So I could see them moving forward with some darker style movies. No, I'm not talking like The Dark Knight. They'd be
dumb not to, though, wouldn't they? Like, dude, they own Aliens now. Predator,
really? I had no
Die Hard. All these. Think about all the things that 20th Century has.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna make it all kid friendly? You can't make Aliens kid friendly. We've seen what happened. AVP, the first one, that was PG-13. Garbage. Garbage.
Was it really that bad?
Oh,
I've never seen it.
We have an episode. We can do a throwback for you. Okay. That was the one. Remember the sacking? Where Eric was asleep and I sacked him with the slipper? With the no slipper? Yeah. That's what that episode was supposed to be. The AVP review. And it was just us like this. Like, we were bored.
Yeah.
Yes, Vision.
He was
that beard. Captain America's beard is amazing.
I think he looks better in Infinity War than he does in Endgame, my opinion.
Well, his uniform, you notice how it's all burned up and ripped up and stuff.
He's even dark in this movie.
Love it.
He's generally a darker character in this movie.
Love it. I want a statue of him like that. That'd be amazing.
Mark Ruffalo or
no, not Mark Ruffalo.
Hey, he was on the screen.
And he's always on the screen. He's always like this. Me and Keith actually. You notice he's always like this.
Who? Who does that?
Mark Ruffalo. He's always like this.
That face he makes. It's just his face.
Remember in Age of Ultron, him and ScarJo?
What?
Breathing in her mouth. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? What is that?
I don't know. It's Disney, man. We've had this discussion a million times.
It was a little creepy, even for Disney. Okay.
I stopped.
I want a statue of Captain America in that uniform. That's what I'm answering. I'll answer that question from 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I want a statue of Iron Man in armor. with
That'd be cool, yeah.
with no without the helmet.
Oh, without the helmet, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have a lot of hot toys, right? Did I ever show you any of those? There's so many for you like models to choose from, right? Because he has so many suits.
Yeah, he's like 50,
Yeah.
and then he destroys them all.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen Iron Man 3 at this point, you're very lost. You're just lost in this podcast. No.
Oh, the podcast. I'm like, dude, I was there, front and center.
No, I mean, like, just...
I think I saw that one multiple times, didn't I? Or was that the first one I only saw once? Jesus, I can't remember. Because how they used the Oscar winner.
Yeah.
What the hell's his name now? I'm so, like,
The Mandarin?
angry.
The Mandarin.
Yeah, the Mandarin.
But what's his name?
Kingsley.
Oh, Ben
Oscar winner, guys. He's a drunk. That's enough. Stand that one.
That's enough.
For that. But yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else about the Infinity Stone saga you'd like to comment on?
Is that a separate one, or you want to do that now?
No, let's do it. We can do it.
Okay,
now.
no, it's good. It's thick, man. I just wish. I'm sad that these characters are done, and I feel like we haven't even begun.
Yeah.
Maybe other people will say that, but I genuinely feel like you haven't done them justice.
You know what I think?
Even in Iron Man, dude. Those one is perfect. One is awesome.
Yeah.
Those 2 sequels.
2 wasn't bad.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Like, now that I watch it, it's okay. If you heard me back in 2010, dude, I was, like, furious with that movie. But, again, watching it now, it's fine. That's my opinion. But anyway, but just in general, even Hulk, come on, dude. They didn't do that character justice.
No, they didn't.
Like, they did one solo movie, which was with Edward Norton, then that went to hell. I know you hated it. I like that movie.
I hate it.
I really like that movie. I just think it's before, the formulaic shit happened.
It's like I want to put my head
through the punchline shit.
It makes me want to put my head through a wall, that movie.
Really?
Like, it's really not that good of a movie. I know you like... I just thought the effects really weren't there. And it wasn't good until the last scene where Abomination and Hulk got into it. And even there, the effects aren't that good.
But look, you got to know the character. It did it well, man. That was what Hulk is. You know what I mean? It shows the struggle. It shows Liv Tyler and Edward Norton, great actors. Even Tim Roth.
The story is I'm okay with the story. I'm just saying the movie as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't...
A lot of people hate that. They hate that one and Thor 2. That's the
really,
one that people hate.
I like Thor 2. I mean,
I was indifferent.
It was a little slow, but
I was indifferent about Thor 2. I literally saw it at theaters, and then that's it.
The movie was a little slow, but as a whole, like, it wasn't that bad of a movie.
This movie's cool.
But this movie is cool. Yeah.
I liked that. I like that Spider-Man's the Iron Spider legs were used more in Endgame.
I thought you didn't like that. You said you didn't like his suit.
I didn't like that they didn't use the Iron Spider legs.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It was only like here and there. Sucked.
Okay.
In Endgame, he was literally fighting with the arms. That's how it's supposed to be. It's good stuff. That was an improvement.
I didn't even know he had his own suit like that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I didn't know that was... I mean, I've never read the comics.
Right out of the comics, yeah. It's literally on even covers, right?
Okay.
Comics. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And Doctor Strange, I can't wait. Like, those I'll watch, because I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this guy. So cool. And I actually really appreciated the original. The effects were fantastic.
I still haven't seen it.
All in 3D.
Really?
And it was clear.
Wow.
I was like, wow, they did this proper. You know? Like, I didn't leave with a goddamn migraine. Yeah, no migraine for me. Yeah.
Did you watch Endgame in 3D?
Yeah.
So did I. It was bad. I don't know.
Dude, how can you'd have to literally like go at one of the 2 times that they have in regular.
I know, it's just
and the sound would be shit too. By the way, I went Atmos.
Yeah.
At 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
Really? Where'd you go?
First time, guys, Atmos was ever garbage.
Really?
I couldn't believe it.
Okay, after we're done recording, you'll tell me where it is.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it because it's like been amazing. It's like my TV is louder. Like, what am I paying $20 for exactly?
Yeah, it's expensive.
By the way, here's another thing that you might notice next time. Now that I tell you, because I ruin lives with my knowledge and my brain being aware.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, he's aware. Halloween 2018. He's aware. What the hell was I saying?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me something.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
gonna ruin
my
my life.
I don't have my... The 3D glasses?
Yeah.
Make the screen darker.
Where? I've
The
never
whole
noticed-
screen.
I've never noticed that.
It's like sunglasses.
I didn't notice that. I
didn't notice it before. I think they have new ones now. And I'm like this, dude, the whole movie. Like, with the glasses on, I'm like, I can't see. Why is it so dark? I go like this. It's the damn glasses.
Oh.
I'm like, this is garbage.
That didn't happen for me. I don't know.
Go and check it out.
I will. I'm gonna go watch this
I'm
movie
like,
again.
What the fuck? Why is it so dark? But the picture in your area, the original picture on the screen, might be better than what I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it differs everywhere.
Well, I'm gonna go watch this movie again. I don't know when.
You only seen it once?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll go again.
But I'm starting to pull out things that I don't like about the movie. So I'm gonna go watch this for another emotional run.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's entertaining. You know what I mean? But the more you see it, I think the more the grievances kind of... You know what I mean? Like, because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Like that Hulk scene I described where they were in 2012.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, go smash, right? And he's just like, oh. I'm like, this sucks. What is this, you know? So, whatever.
One more thing on Endgame.
Also, you didn't see him go one-on-one with Thanos at the end. You know when Hulk came back? When they were fighting with Thanos? Why didn't the Hulk fight Thanos?
Hulk came back. When did he come back?
At the end of Endgame. When they were all fighting.
Yeah.
Why didn't the Hulk fight Thanos?
Oh, that's true.
Why was it just Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America?
Tell me that was not a great scene.
Oh no, it was a sick
Oh my
scene.
god! If
the best. Almost, yeah.
That was killer.
Yeah.
And then Captain America picks up Thor's hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god!
It's like he's worthy.
I felt the power.
Yeah, that was cool.
I felt the power.
That was really cool. Yeah, spoiler.
If you're this far, you've seen the movie at this point.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I did not like about the movie.
Oh yeah?
I forgot. It is how Thanos died at the beginning. I thought it was so boring. It was like, oh, you know what?
Too easy?
It was too easy. Like, he's not an idiot. Thanos isn't an idiot. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but he was done his work.
I know, but it's kind of like he just let himself be found.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that seemed like his intention. I feel like there should have been like a battle at the beginning.
You remind me of me.
I want to see a battle.
Me last week. Me today. That's you.
I want to see someone's.
You want to see action? Yeah.
And then Thor just kind of comes out of nowhere, just slices his head off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so like
really?
the timing, the chemistry
Like,
of the scene. Yeah.
Like, yeah, because it was like Captain Marvel came in and was
But
like,
you see,
you know what?
when he snapped his fingers, he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
So he didn't have, like the glove's gone, so the power's gone.
Yeah, but it's not like
And
he's
then
not
he was
strong.
like hurt. He was hurt.
Yeah, but it's
right?
not like he's not strong. Like you saw it in the beginning of Infinity War. It's not like he used any
So
of the
there's an
stones.
inconsistency.
Yeah, it's not like he used any of the stones to beat
Yes.
up the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
Well,
he
he had
just,
two.
Yeah, but he wasn't using
So
them.
you're just saying
he just
yeah,
plain
but
out beat him.
Doesn't it give you power? Those stones.
You have to
I don't
use them.
know
You have to
that-
use
you have
them.
to
You have
use
to
them?
use them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm like 95%
Look
sure.
how good this looks. Oh my god.
It looks very nice.
This TV. Look at how good this looks.
I can see everything on this TV.
This is the movie ruiner, guys.
The movie.
The movie fucker. That's what this TV does. When we were watching True Lies, I don't know if you saw that episode, I was discussing that. It's not Arnold going down the hill.
Oh yeah. You told me. You've told
ruined
me
my
this. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, this whole scene is garbage. I have to like, take my glasses off to enjoy the scene now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should end it.
Cool.
We'll
End the Endgame?
End the Endgame.
Endgame review.
We'll end the Endgame review. Right. See he's using it because they light up when you use the stones.
Okay, so he was just kicking Hulk's ass.
He was kicking the Hulk's ass.
That's a big grievance from Eric as well, because he says Hulk should destroy him.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know if it's true. I
Oh.
mean, he knows more comic stuff than me. So.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to promote CouchHard?
Oh, you're on your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come and check us out. CouchHard on YouTube. We have a talk show. It's about everything, and it's funny. And this is just a little sample. We have, stuff that's clean like this. So we have way out there vulgar stuff. We have music. We have all kinds of stuff, really. We do everything. We do unboxings. We do all kinds of stuff. We go to concerts. We go to events. And we yell, CouchHard!
Yeah.
That's kind of what we do. So, COUCH space hard. Like Die Hard, but with a couch. You'll find us on YouTube. Instagram is just CouchHard. All lowercase, one word. COUCHHARD.
And if you're sensitive, don't watch it.
Yeah, it might not be for you.
It might not be for you.
It's it's not for everybody, but I don't know. Everybody usually finds something, but yeah, just it's pretty raw.
Yeah.
And fun.
Can't argue with that. Okay, thank you for listening to the first episode of the JB Show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
I'm honored.
Yeah.